going on, y'all? It's your boy 30, man. We back with another video. If you're new, hit the subscribe button, smash the like button for the kid, man. I appreciate all the support. We do this every single day. Free sports picks, so nobody got to buy them and waste no money buying picks. I keep telling y'all, man, you can't sell a service on something that ain't guaranteed. Let's tap in. So yesterday, we went 3-0, love a full sweep. I wanted to add some more bets last night, but I'm glad I did the simple 3. It's always good to wake up to nothing but green, right? And honestly, man, it was pretty much a little sweat-free. The Celtics, I actually think the Celtics supposed to win the game. They took the lead in the fourth and they end up losing in a game-winning tip-in. What's with all these last-minute NBA changes with game winners and tip-ins and all that stuff? But we end up going 3-0. I felt good about all the picks. I love them. Today, man, I got 5 picks today, right? I got some NBA. I got some college basketball, but mainly NBA. I love all the picks, man. We got a couple important things. Giannis isn't playing tonight. What else? We know Trae Young not playing for the Hawks. So a couple of things you got to think about. AD coming back for the Mavericks, but they say AD coming off injury. AD is forever coming off injury. I don't think AD has ever played 17 games straight. He maybe did in New Orleans back, but he just, a 2-week straight of basketball is too much for AD body. Just like Embiid, they just break down, man. But AD just a paper plate. But yeah, man, I got 5 bets I absolutely love. Full sweep last night. Let's try to keep it going. We've been doing great the last couple of days. Let's keep stacking these units. I told y'all, man, you start betting clean on Monday, straight bets. By the time Friday come, you done 5X, you done 6X, sometimes 10X your money, depending on how good of a 5-day stretch you had. So let's get into the picks for the day. Y'all, first bet of the video. Y'all gonna see him again on another pick today, man. I don't know what it is. Well, I do know what it is. I absolutely love the Chicago Bulls today on the road against Detroit Pistons, right? Couple things I want to let y'all know my thought process, right? So I'm taking on a straight bet Bulls plus 2.5 for minus 145 odds, right? Honestly, I think they could win the game. I could take a money line. I feel like they're going to win the game, and I feel like they're going to dominate. I feel like it's not going to be close. I'm going to tell y'all what my thought process, right? So we know that Chicago is on a 3-game losing streak. We know the Detroit Pistons are on a 7-game winning streak. Detroit at home, they're not coming off a back-to-back. This is the perfect trap game where somebody who's a casual bettor say, oh, Detroit's 8-2, 7-2. They finna go in there and beat what's his name. And then they want to throw out news like, oh, Josh Giddey is coming off an ankle injury, blah, 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 blah. That doesn't matter. Chicago is by far a well-coached team, a fast-paced team, a very great disciplined team. I feel like they're going to win this game outright. But just to be safe, I took them plus 2.5 to be a little safe. Couple things, right? Told y'all, Detroit not on the back-to-back. But 2 nights ago, they went to overtime with Washington Wizards. The Wizards took them to overtime. They let CJ McCollum score 40. Crazy. And then 2 nights ago, that same game, Cade scored 34-35. He might have had 40, but he shot the ball 45 times. Cade Cunningham took 45 shots. He was like 14 for 45. That is horrible. So even though he only 20-something years old, 2 days ago, you shot 45 shots in an overtime game that you needed to win, and y'all barely scraped it out. So now 2 days later, at home, you're going to come in there focused off a 7-game win. You think you're going to knock off Chicago? I just don't see it, man. So Chicago plus 2.5. I don't see a situation where Chicago gets blowed out or even loses this game. So first bet of the video, let's get into the next one. Simple 2-leg, right? I told y'all, back on them Bulls. Bulls plus 5. They see the sports books be knowing Hard Rock only let me bump it up to Bulls plus 5 because they know Bulls plus 10, Bulls plus 9, all that'll be too free. So I got Bulls plus 5 for minus 210, and I took it and put it with Kings plus 10.5. I mean Kings plus 10 at home against the Hawks, right? I told y'all about the Nuggets. Let me explain y'all why I like not Nuggets. I told y'all about the Bulls. Let me explain why I like the Kings today, right? So Kings coming off a back-to-back. They lost by 14 last night against Denver at home. They lost. So the second game at home, they are on a back-to-back, right? The Hawks are without Trae Young. They still a good young team. They play defense, whatever. But Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan shot horribly. That's why they lost by 14 last night. They shot horribly. Russell Westbrook almost had a triple-double versus his former team. His energy going to be high out there. The Kings are going to play better tonight. I think Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan together, they might have shot, like, together with their stats, like 22 for 60. They both shot horrible. They both didn't even get to 20 points. Let that sink in. So today, they're going to play a lot better. And even coming off a back-to-back, people going to be trying to take the Hawks. I wouldn't dare take the Hawks. Give me Kings plus 10 at home on a back-to-back redemption game where both their stars didn't show up. So first leg, Bulls plus 5. We think they're going to win the game deep down. And second leg, Kings plus 10. Let's get into the next one. Next bet of the video, Bucks and Hornets under 233, right? So we heard the news. Giannis isn't playing. Even if he was, man, I think that I just don't. Some people on the Hornets, a lot of people on the Hornets, I've been seeing that. But I just don't see the Hornets going in there and blowing it out. I still think it's going to be a close nip-tuck game. The Hornets might still lose. Let's keep it on. The Hornets are terrible. LaMelo's not playing. I just cannot take an over in a game where both teams' star players are not playing, right? even with the influx of threes, a lot of shots going up, I don't see them getting nowhere near 233. So I love this play. It's not my favorite bet of the video, but I do love this play very much. So next bet, Bucks and Hornets under 233. I think this game ended up about right at 220, 221. I don't think they get to 230. So that's exactly why I took it. So let's get to the next one. Switching over to college basketball. We had some success yesterday taking, I think we took an over with Wofford and Auburn. Was that yesterday? I think it was. We cashed that easily. They went over, not easily, they went over by like 5 points. But when I was watching the game, you can kind of see the pace picking up, shots starting to falling. But it is what it is. Today, we got North Florida at Tennessee, number ranked 20 Tennessee. The spread is like 42. We know Tennessee gonna win this game. It's all about how much. We're not messing with the spread. But I do like the total. And instead of the full game over, I was gonna take the full game over. I decided to take the first half over because I just think Tennessee gonna come in there against this trash team. No way North Florida be able to stop them. But North Florida can get hot and hit a couple threes in the first half. Y'all know how the score be. You think a team gonna win by 40 in the first half, they only up by 20 or 25. Killing the spread bettors. But I'm not messing with that. So I took first half total points over 73.5, right? Excuse me. So easily in the first half, I think Tennessee gonna end up with 55, 60 points. Even if North Florida can put together, if they can't score 20 points in 30 minutes, they shouldn't be playing. Any college basketball team can score 20 points. But I'm making this bet predicated on Tennessee scoring 60, 55, 60, 65 points in the first period. That's what I'm banking it on. So I love this bet. Let's get into the next one. Last bet of the video, simple two-leg. I think it's like plus 113, plus 114, right? First leg, Suns and Mavericks under 233, right? Completely sweat-free. I think they're going to go way under. This is going to be one of those games where it's going to be a real tight game. I don't see any team winning by more than like 10 points or not. I think Dallas can win at home, but I also think Phoenix can go in there with Devin Booker and explode and win the game as well. But this is not going to be a blowout by any means. I think it's going to be a great game, back-and-forth type game, playoff-type atmosphere. This is the game. If you're looking for props, I believe this is the game to look at props. You don't want no blowout potential. This is the game you want to take props. So I took under 233 because AD is back, and I think that even with AD being back, the Suns don't play entirely fast either. They play slow. They get up a lot of threes, but they still playing a half-court set. Not a lot of transition points, not a lot of fast break points, similar to Dallas. Dallas is just a bunch of great role players trying to win a game. And now AD is back. They're going to be trying to force him the ball. I don't know if he's fully healthy, but he plays defense. AD going to show up on defensive end. I don't care about him scoring. We know AD is going to show up on defensive end. So I'm never going to take an over in a game where AD is playing. I just can't do it. I feel like he does too much on defense. Even him, he doesn't get the ball and go fast. He got to take his dribbles back to the basket, pick and roll. Like both these teams play very slow offense. They're not going to be rushing to do anything crazy. So that's the first leg. Excuse me, Suns and Mavericks under 233. Second leg, right? By the way, this is my favorite bet of the whole video, these two legs. Second leg, Pablo Banchero to get 20 points, minus 260 odds. It should be sweat-free, right? You know why? Today is his birthday. You see it on the screen. It's Pablo's birthday, right? His line is set at 23.5. We not even asking you to go crazy for your birthday. We asking you to underachieve on your birthday. Your line is 23.5. You're playing at Madison Square Garden. You might end up with 30. We just want 19.5. I'm sorry, we just want 20. We're not asking for a lot, completely sweat-free. So first leg, Suns and Mavericks under 233. Second leg, Banchero, 20 points, right? If you had to say 30, what's a bet that you love out of all of these? If you don't want to play these the same way I played them, definitely put Banchero on one of your tickets. He's getting at least 20 points tonight. If he don't get 20 points on 16, 17, 20 shots he going to take, then he shouldn't be playing NBA basketball. So Banchero 20 points is a lock no matter what you put it on. It's like minus 250 on Hard Rock. But if you put it with something, you can get some nice odds of plus money. But these are picks for today, man. I appreciate all y'all rocking with me. Let's go for another full sweep, man. I'm going to catch y'all on the Discord. 30 out.